Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and hi. So today we're going to learn about the seventh lecture, which is this topic is very interesting for us to learn about the definition of poverty um, and also the strategies that have been developed or they have been planned by the FAO, WHO, and on how they can reduce the poverty. So this topic might help you or might guide you for the assignment for your final exams, so that we can know what are the important parts in order for us to tackle the issues on poverty. Okay. Actually, when we talk about poverty, poverty is not about totally you don't have money. Okay. Actually, when we look at in terms of poverty, is actually considered about how you're able to participate in one's community, the educations that you receive in terms of housing, access to necessity, and also health status. So it means that it's not just about increasing incomes or reducing costs. Yeah, it's about the social inclusion, and also it's about how you able to participate fully in our community. So when we talk about poverty, we don't have money, but actually it is not. If we look at actually, okay, when after this we will look at in terms of the puzzle that was developed to really we define what is poverty is actually. Okay, when we talk about PRS or the poverty reduction strategy, this PRS was introduced by the World Bank and also by the IMF. So this strategy was developed in order to help the low-income countries, okay, and also developed countries and developing countries, and also to implement better strategies to fight the poverty and also to make more effective in terms of how they can reduce the poverty in that countries. Okay. So these efforts, or we call this initiative, to support country efforts for planning, implementing, and monitoring PRS through its various form of assistance. So World Bank actually they guide these countries to support the things that they already have. Okay, means that certain countries they already have their own strategies, but then this World Bank IMF will try to monitor and look back whether the strategies is in line with their strategies. Okay. Jadi untuk PRS ni, there are 5 principles of the poverty reduction strategy. Okay. There are 5. Okay, number 1 is country driven. When we say about country driven, it means that if that country, okay, the PRS that was developed by the World Bank and IMF, the strategy is a country driven. It means that it involves broad based participation, from top to down, from down to top. Okay, it's a country driven. It's not a political driven or etc. Number 2, the principles of this initiative is that they are very comprehensive, which means that the strategies they recognize the multi-dimensional nature of poverty. It means that they are not looking in terms of lack of money, but multi-dimensional. We will look at the puzzles about the poverty itself, and they propose a commensurate policy response. So number 1, it must be country driven. Number 2, it must be comprehensive. Okay. The third initiative, it must be long term, of course. It means that if you want to do the strategies, they must be give a long term perspective for the poverty reduction. Number 4, this is very important. Any strategies, any policies, any initiative that we want to develop, it must be result oriented. Okay, because we want to look at the impact of the strategies, the impact of the policies, the impact of the initiative, and of course it must be focused on the benefit of the poor people or the poor country. And last but not least, the strategies must be partnership oriented. It not comes with only one organizations, but it must be partnership oriented. We involve the connective of development partners. It means that it involve the government and also involve the private sector. Okay. When we want to look at in terms of poverty in Malaysia, okay, kita akan tengok in the next video. So secara keseluruhannya untuk poverty itself, okay, the meaning of the poverty itself is not just lack of money, but how you involve in the community, okay, your involvement in the community. Okay, number 2 that you have to remember, there are 5 initiative that develop 5 principles of the PRS initiative, which is number 1 control driven, number 2 comprehensive, number 3 it must be long term, number 4 it must be result oriented, and number 5 it must be partnership oriented. Sorry.